Hello, welcome back to Everyday Sports Mania. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing rounds 3 and 4 of my bracket for the Stanley Cup playoff NHL bracket of the name. Everything reset, so I just had to do it, over again. But welcome back. Like last time, this was what the bracket looked like. Oh wait, no, Flyers won. We ended off with the first round and the second round being done, and I'm really excited because we have hockey back, of course, the playoff times. So we have these two matchups of Philly and Tampa and Vegas and Dallas. I felt with my gut, a recap of our last video, I had Philly beating Montreal in 5, Tampa beating Columbus in 6, Washington beating New York in 7, Carolina beating Boston in 7. Vegas beating St. Louis in 6, and Dallas beating Colorado in 7. So all these... Oh, wait, no. What the heck? All right. No, Vegas beating Chicago in 5, Colorado beating Arizona in 7, Dallas beating Calgary in 5, and then St. Louis beating Vancouver in 5. And then in the second round, Philly against Carolina, Philly in 7, Tampa and Washington, Tampa in 7, Vegas and St. Louis, Vegas in 6, and Colorado and Dallas, Dallas in 7. So Vegas, now we have the 1 seed Vegas Golden Knights against the 3 seed Dallas Stars, and then we have the 1 seed Philadelphia Flyers versus the 2 seed Tampa Bay Lightning. So what this bracket has kind of ended up to be is it's kind of ended up to be one of those brackets where it's the top seed in it. But when we recap, Tampa Bay, Carolina did beat the 4 seed. Carolina did beat the 4 seed. A lot of the other games like that. Dallas beat the 2nd seed, and just other stuff like that. So let's get into it. I think Philly starting on the West. We've started on the West every time this year, but this time around. But starting on the West, I think Dallas. This could be a game-by-game breakdown. I think in Game 1, Dallas takes it. I think Dallas is a stronger team than Vegas. I think in those off-season moves that Dallas has done with, of course, Joe Pavelski, bringing him in, Corey Perry, the whole team being healthy, they're being a very feared team this year. So I think they would take Game 1 5-2. Game 2, I think they also take 3-2. And then Game 3, Vegas takes. Game 4, Vegas takes. Game 5, Dallas takes. And Game 6, Vegas takes. And Game 7, Dallas wins it. They're off to the Stanley Cup. Congratulations, your Dallas Stars, the Western Conference Championship team. Of course, you look at it. Jonathan Marchessault is a very great player, working with William Karlsson and Mark Stone for a while. Of course, there are some questioning. Is the Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn line stronger, Alexander Radulov, stronger than the Mark Stone, Jonathan Marchessault? Mark Stone, Jonathan Marchessault, William Karlsson line. I think it is, and I think Dallas has the better goaltending. I mean, the goals against 252 Dallas, 294 Vegas. Vegas allows a lot of goals. They do score more. And then they have a 1 point differential, and then they have a bigger point differential. Dallas has worked very hard for this. I mean, they beat Calgary in 5 games. They beat Colorado in 7, and now they're beating Vegas in 7. That is just a lot. That's oh my God, that's 19 games. They're going to have to play either Philly or Tampa. That would probably go into 7 games or 6 games. That's just a lot of games. As the Knights, they win in 5, they win in 6. That's 11. That's 18. So they both Vegas 18, Dallas 19. But Dallas probably 16 out of the 19 games we would see Ben Bishop in net. Ben Bishop is a force for Dallas, and that is one of the main reasons why I think sorry for the glitch right there. That's one of the main reasons why I think Dallas takes it. Ben Bishop is a better goalie than Marc-Andre Fleury. Both these players go way back when you had the good old times when you had Ben Bishop on Tampa going against Marc-Andre Fleury on Pittsburgh. That's not the case anymore. You got them both on the West, and I think Dallas takes it. And then we got Tampa and Philly. This game could go very even. I mean, I think Tampa is going to take Game 1 and Game 2. I think Philly takes Game 1 and Game 2. Because I just feel that Philly, they are equal teams. I mean, in the regular season, I don't think they were equal teams. I think Philly was a better team in the regular. I think Tampa was the better team in the regular season. The round robin, Philly was a better team. Philly beat them 4-1. That just proves everything. Philly's coming off of a 5-game win against. That's just. It's different when you think about it. Tampa has played a lot more games. Because you have 6-game series against Columbus, 7 against Washington. Philly's a 5 and a 7. So, 13 games for Tampa they played, and 12 games for Philly. I think the Flyers are going to take Game 1 and 2. I think Tampa takes Game 3. Philly takes Game 4. Philly thinks they have it. And then 5, 6, and 7 go to Tampa. I'm sorry, Flyers fans, but I do think, I do think Tampa will become clutch this offseason. This playoffs. Of course, we all know that situations have happened where you have the best team in that league. I'm not going to refer to the NFL, but I'm just saying. When you look at it in the NFL, the Chiefs were the best team in the AFC that year. They got upset by the Patriots in the playoffs. And then next year, they came back and won it. I think Tampa does that. I think they come out very poorly last season, losing to Columbus on a sweep. And then they come back in and get in. And it don't look like the strongest team in the round robin. Still get the second seed. But then they beat Columbus in 6 games. Then they beat Washington. Then they beat Philly. That's just how the NHL works sometimes. And I think Tampa is going to take it over Philadelphia. I think the Flyers are a very strong team, but you look at that first line. If the Lightning want to utilize Braden Point into a right wing, they're going to do that. And you're going to have a Braden Point, Nikita Kucherov, Steven Stamkos line against a just not very... Because I think Kucherov is the best player in the NHL, other than McDavid. Philly, an excellent team. I give them a lot of credit for getting all the way this far, but I just don't see how a number 1 seed that can do that well in a round robin. I can't see that something like that, something that Philly has gone through to go even more better. I think Philly, you never see that where a team goes... It does so well. Like, what are the odds of Philly doing so well in the round robin and then doing so well? What are the odds of Philly destroying everyone in the round robin and then destroying everyone in the playoffs? The odds are very low, but I think they do put up a great fight, but I don't think they'll beat in Tampa. And then your Stanley Cup final contenders, the Dallas Stars versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. Originally, I had my prediction before this bracket came out was the Boston Bruins versus the Edmonton Oilers. But the Oilers didn't even make the Stanley Cup, and the Bruins played like crap in the round robin. So that's why it changed up to the Lightning and Dallas. And you look at it, Tampa Bay, these teams are even. I think they're even. The goals per game is not fair. But the goals against average, pretty even. The power play, pretty even. The penalty kill, pretty even. The face-off, pretty even. And the point, pretty even. Dallas finished in the wild card spot, I believe, before the season ended. And then round robin, or no. They were second. Yeah, they finished wild card, but they didn't finish wild card. They finished for the Central, second best team behind the Blues. And they got third in the round robin. Vegas was the only team in the Pacific to get in the round robin. And then you had St. Louis, Dallas, and Colorado, and I think Dallas, the middle of St. Louis and Colorado, takes it. So I think Tampa is an even team with Dallas. Tampa, pretty much, this one could go either way. I mean, Tyler Seguin, I would love to see go up against Nikita Kucherov, and then you put Ben on center, and then you got 3 insane centers of Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, and Joe Pavelski for Dallas, and then you have the Kucherov-Stamkos point line, which is not going to be fair. But we'll see how this one goes. I do think Game 1 goes to Lightning. Game 2 goes to Dallas. Game 3 goes to Tampa. Game 1 goes to Dallas. Game 2 goes to Dallas. Game 3 goes to Tampa. Game 4 goes to Tampa. And Game 5 goes to Tampa. So now the Tampa's up 3-2 in the series. The Lightning versus the Stars. Game 6. I think that the Stars, just kidding, the Tampa Bay Lightning, your Stanley Cup champions, in 6 games. Oh, and now we have to do some math. So total goals scored in the Stanley Cup final. I think this one could be a close category. I mean, when you add the math up, I think Game 1, 6 goals. I think it's 4-2, Dallas. Game 2, 3-1, Dallas. That's 4 goals. That's 10. Game 3, so yeah, I think about like 42 goals is the estimate, because I have in my predictions 6 goals first game, 4 goals second game, 8 goals, 7 goals, 7 goals, 7 goals third game, so I'll put an estimate of around 42. If I somehow get this right, that would be insane, but I doubt I will. But 42 goals scored in the Stanley Cup final in 6 games. No, let's put 39. Yeah, 39. So we got 6 in the first game, 4 in the second, 7 in the third. Right there, that's 17 goals. And then maybe 5 in the fourth game, 8 in the fifth game, and finally you got 13 goals, and then finally you got 6, 6 in Game 6. So right there, that brings you to an estimate of, you have 8, 5, that's 13, and then 19. And then 19 plus 17 is 36, so we'll put 36. And then now we got to do the bonus round. I already said this. Vegas in 5. Colorado in 7. Dallas in 5. Or Dallas in 6. I'll say Dallas in 6. St. Louis in 6. Philly in 5. Tampa Bay in 6. Washington in 7. And Boston in 7. Or Carolina in 7. So that's going to wrap up this video on Everyday Sports Mania. I hope you enjoyed my Stanley Cup bracket. If you want to take a look at it, screenshot, whatever, and we can keep track of it and we can compete. But I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, do everything in the description, and more NFL predictions coming up. But peace out, boys.